Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Comic Foil. Today we're starting a new Let's Play. Guys, today we are playing Tunic. So this is another Steam December winner. This was actually the winner of our bracket vote. So I played this game for about 30 minutes before, but I'm going to be starting a brand new game here. And while I know kind of the basic premise of this game, this is a game that I've managed to stay mostly blind on. I know it's a game with a lot of secrets, but I've tried to keep myself blind to the answers of those secrets. Here's what I know. I know that we play as this little fox. I don't actually know if the fox is named Tunic or not, or if it's just called Tunic because they wear a tunic. Okay, I got this dodge. Yeah, I don't remember the 30 minutes I played of it too well either. So I also know that a major part of this game, it's kind of supposed to be inspired a little bit by old Zelda games, and that there is a manual you can find. You can find pages of a video game instruction manual, and that's kind of used to teach yourself a lot of the tricks of the game. So it doesn't take very long for this game to get going. Yeah, we have this here. So a lot of this Let's Play is going to be me kind of figuring out what's what. I think people like that about the Inscription playthrough, kind of seeing me work out the secrets of how this world works. I'm sure I'll get lots of advice. Advice is welcome. I just ask that you don't spoil stuff too much. Okay, and in here we get a stick. Yeah, I know there's a sword later, but I recall we don't get a sword for a little bit. Okay, so I can equip this to a weapon, to a button, either X, Y, or B. I'll go with B. Cool, so can I break pots now? Yes, I can. I'm getting currency. Yeah, I think when I played this for Steam December, I got up to, getting the sword, and then not much further than that. So there's a lot... Okay, so you can target. And the stick is actually a able weapon for our purposes here. Okay, that's cool that I can see these guys, but I can't do anything yet. And there's a statue. There's a statue of a fox. As we're gonna see soon, we're gonna meet that figure when we get up to the top of these stairs. Okay, we got a locked door. Hero's Grave. Okay, so that was written in characters we could read. Yeah, so I like games like this where it's kind of a lot of it is up to you to figure out the systems, like Outer Wilds and stuff like that. This is a little different than Outer Wilds in that, you do also have to, collect the tools to keep going, you know? So it's a little bit more classic Zelda in that. There's a lot of town. Okay. I like that it's also translating things. There's a town over here, but I can't get through these bushes. I think I'm going to need the sword to cut down bushes. Okay, an A gives me a little combat roll, which, of course, I'm going to use to move faster. Oh, it looks like it tired me out when I used it too many times in a row. That sound is a lot like a... Okay, so that... Oh, it healed me. Okay. So I can rest at those shrines. Okay, so green is actually my stamina, and pink is my health. So I'm thinking those three squares represent three things I'm gonna have to collect. Yeah, so here's kind of where we vaguely get shown our ultimate goal. We got these big steps. I'm gonna go around this part here. Yeah, we're like on the astral plane. This music here is very Steven Universe to me. Did you hear Steven Universe? That's getting a, I wouldn't say a sequel series, but we're getting like another show in that universe. We're getting Lars of the Stars as a series. At least they said it's in development. I don't think they would have announced that unless it had already been greenlit. I really like Steven Universe. I think, you know, the ending didn't live up to everybody's expectations, and now there's kind of this narrative that it was like actually kind of like a bad show, or it was like cringe or something. Steven Universe was an excellent show. I cannot stomach this revisionist history. I know the anti-woke crowd, of course, didn't like it because it had queer people in it, but I think it's a pretty fantastic show. Great world building, great characters, great music. Sure, it didn't get as much a super satisfying ending, but that's because Cartoon Network kind of jerked it around, made it end early. Yeah, so we have this other fox, this literal vixen. Yeah, so I think we're gonna need like 3 keys. Now, my prediction, I think I made during Steam Semver, was that like, what if this being that's trapped there is actually like evil and it's sealed away? So we're actually being kind of like tricked into freeing it. Okay. I don't know if it would let me back in. Would it let me back in? Sealed forever. Okay, but it shows me. So we have a quest. We have a quest to save the Mama Fox, to save the Vixen. And now it's just up to us to look around the world and see what we can find. Does that door open up now that I've seen the figure? No, it does not. Okay, yeah, I completely don't remember where I originally, like, went from here, is the thing. Oh, unfortunately I can't cut through these, otherwise I would go back and get that hidden treasure chest. Yeah, I'd like to at least get this, sword. It's just, like, such a big studio thing. Of course, everything has to get, like, sequel series. It's all, you know, in the age of streaming, everything is, I've heard it called the IP wars. Everything's, you know, having different intellectual properties that you can make sequels and reboots to. I feel like a similar sort of thing happened with Nickelodeon and Last Airbender. You know, they kind of jerked around Legend of Korra during its development, and now they're like going to those creators, and since using the IP, because I think Warner Brothers owns the Steven Universe IP and Viacom owns the Last Airbender IP, but they want to try and get the original creative team if they can, because that's kind of what gives the fans confidence. Yes. Okay, so we got a crazy key. Is that the key to Hero's Grave? Okay, and I can't just drop down. But that's alright. I'm gonna rest just because I took a little bit of damage. That music really reminds me of Fez, the game Fez. This whole thing, I think, because of just how isometric everything is, how, like, straight lines, makes me think of Fez, even though it's a completely different kind of game. But yeah, it's just, like, really rich to see them, like, crawling back to Steven Universe, or Viacom crawling back to the Avatar franchise, to be like, give us more, when, like, both Legend of Korra and Steven Universe ended on a rush note because they were kind of ripped off the air too early. Beginning your adventure. Yeah, so this is our first page of our instruction book. In a far off land, a great treasure was sealed away forever. Some say it is the power to defy death. Okay, so we're referring to that person as a treasure. Ringing the West Bell. Old house, flooded well, dark tomb, West garden. Ringing the East Bell. East Forest, hero's grave, guard captain. Yeah, so that's a little checklist. And we got the other side of this page. We'd be going from 10 to 11. Red is health points, green is stamina points, blue is magic points. There's going to be magic. Everything hurts way more when I'm tired. Okay, so if we're out of stamina, we really don't want to get hit. There's potions, readied equipment, prize, treasure, question mark. See page 41. Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't... Wait, so has that treasure already been opened? Somebody got to this already. I think I talked about this during Steam Summer 2, but I feel like I, didn't fully appreciate the age of instruction manuals when we had them, but I really miss them now. Places are going to cut costs wherever they can, and there's with everything being easily accessible online, there's not a reason to print, let alone design a physical instruction booklet anymore, but they were really fun. A lot of kids, talk about the experience of getting a new game and on the drive home while their parents drove them home, being so excited, but all they could do was, look at the instruction manual and start learning about the game. I remember doing that with plenty of games. I remember very specifically doing that with F-Zero GX and with Wario World, a lot of GameCube games. Also, physical player's guides. I still have a lot of my player's guides. I have a lot of instruction manuals, but of course those would get taken out and read and misplaced. So while I keep a lot of my games, a lot of the print media that came with them ended up all over the place. Can I swim? No, but I can go this way. East Forest. Okay, well that's the first thing on that checklist, so that's awesome. East Bell Tower. Yeah, so I guess we need to ring 3 bells to undo that defense. And we got another page of the instruction manual. See, I'm thinking the instruction manual eventually is going to reveal, maybe too late, that a great evil... It's like, this is the villain, and it'll be a picture of that lady, but that's just a guess. Okay, target... Left bumper does something. Is it menu? Dodge. Right bumper for health potions and right trigger for shields. Oh, there's a zoom in. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, and I think if you hold the A button down, you break into a little run after you roll for as long as you hold it down, and that seems important. Okay, so I don't have a shield yet, nor do I have any health potions. Don't know which way I want to go, if I wanted to go up the stairs or around that corner. I'm picking up the stairs first. Were there also bells you had to ring in Fez? It's been a while since I've played Fez. That's the problem with playing so many games. It means you get to, have the experiences of a lot of games, but you don't remember all of them super clearly. You ever see the movie Groundhog Day when she's like, is this what you do with Eternity? Because he got really good at, like, throwing cards. What I would do with Eternity is play and replay so many different games. East Forest. I like how the enemies get kind of, like, more complex in shape, but are still super blocky. Yeah, I don't, like, really have a hang of the combat yet. I don't have a good sense when I should back off. Yeah, with these guys, it seems like I can really only safely do, like, one swing before they attack. These guys I can get in a good 3-hit combo and kill them before they attack, but the spiky guys hit a lot faster. Okay, Hero's Grave. I'm guessing the Hero's Grave is going to have the sword. Guardhouse. Okay, so I don't think running really serves much focus and much purpose in battle, but it's definitely a good traversal tool. Yeah, I think one hit seems to be the limit. Okay, so let's go back to the Hero's Grave, because it keeps telling me sword, and if I'm remembering correctly, I think that is where I'm going to get the sword. And I think I'm going to want the sword to handle everything there. Okay, thank you, heal. There's a bunch of statues of swords over there. Okay, so got something about targeting here. Target and roll to focus and evade. And we can focus and block. Face your adversaries. Understanding stamina points. You can always attack even without stamina. Moment of safety. Okay, so there's invulnerability frames at the beginning of a roll. And there's a flinch or knocked over at 25%. Oh, but that seemed to be talking about health. So is this the sword? It's next to swords. No, it's a berry. So is that like a basic healing item? LB is a really funny button to bring up the menu with. Have you ever heard such a thing? Using LB to bring up menu? Never. This might be the first game where LB has been the menu button that I have ever played. Ow. Yeah, a lot of broken statues of the fox. Ow. Okay, so that was a consumable healing item. I used it out of desperation there, and it healed me a little bit. Okay, not only do I only have time for one swing, but I should probably be starting my attack quickly, otherwise I won't have time. Oh, okay, I don't like the look of this. Oh, cool. That guard killed the other guards. Okay, and you can also cut these bushes for me. That's nice. Okay, gonna use that to get this little shortcut here. Okay, I don't know if I can handle having him cut all those bushes for me, but... Okay, so he followed me up the stairs. Can he go down ladders? He is very determined still. Okay, fine. I'll have you try and open this this treasure chest for me. Come on. Oof. Yeah, I don't know if I can get him all the way back through all that. Oh no, I lost money. Okay, I thought it would just take me back to the last save point. But I'm also losing money. That's no good. Okay, and death takes me back to here. Yeah, there's a stone bridge, but we don't actually need the bridge. We can just kind of walk on the implied path here. Yeah, and the goddess, the Vixen, brings us back to life. I don't know what anything's supposed to be called, so you kind of just have to go with my names for things, guys. You are beholden to whatever I decide things are called. Yeah, I definitely don't feel confident enough to have those guys cut through all the bushes for me. When I get my sword, I can come back through all of this and get all these treasure chests. That would be fine. Well, I think I got to keep whatever instruction book pages I picked up, because I don't believe... I had saved after that page I picked up. Alright, come to think of it though, I think that little fruit is still in a treasure chest over there, so I'm gonna go back for that, actually. Oh no, it's already open, so yeah, I already used up that fruit and I don't get it back. That's unfortunate. Okay, well let's remember that we can run. Okay, and these things can track me pretty fast, too. Oh boy, I'm doing awful here. Yeah, and I don't know what those blocks are used, like what I can buy with those or anything. It's nice that it doesn't have to play the whole, goddess cutscene again, though. Okay, what's in here? Have we explored into this alcove yet? Wait, I'm trying to... Oh, okay, the perspective there was messing me up. Alright. I think I'm doing worse here than I was doing during the Steam December episode. Oh! Okay, Dark Souls rules. I get my money back. That means the money I lost the first time probably is still gone, though. Unless it's like, I mean, that one part of Inscription let me pick up things, like, let me have multiple death caches down at once. I feel like for a lot of games, the earlier parts of the game are some of the hardest. Or at least, like, hard for the longest amount of time. But that's largely because that's also when you're kind of learning the tricks of the trade. Oh, cool, and that gate stays... That gate stays down, that's nice. Yeah, so I'm gonna just run... Okay, I got stuck on something. Oh, stairs, okay. Okay, so maybe it's impossible to kill this guy without the sword, because it looks like I need him to get my sword. Okay, so we need to... Oh! I didn't realize we don't actually pause when we open up that menu. So let's run down here. Cool, okay, we got the sword. We got the sword and we almost died for it. But I'm gonna go back there with my sword and with a vengeance now. And collect those other treasures. And I'm interested to see how quickly I can kill these enemies now. Unsurprisingly, a iron sword does way more damage than a wooden stick. Oh yeah, I can two-shot the spiky guys now. Okay, so I don't need to be dodge rolling everything. Yeah, even though you have a dodge roll, it's better to just move in and out of attack ranges when you can. Dodge rolls should be for, like, when you really need to cover a distance in a moment. Okay, so I get money. And there's not a way down from over there. That's alright. So I think the running... Something like canceled my run before. Okay, if I zoom in on something, that stops the running animation. Okay, so now there's going to be a bunch of places we can get because we have the sword and we can cut through hedges. Ooh, we got some bombs. So I don't think I'm going to need the stick for anything. Well, who knows? Maybe it'll work like a Deku stick. Maybe I can use it as a torch. Oh no, it alerted all of them. Okay, and these guys I could probably one-shot. Yeah, because I was one-shotting them when I had the stick. Alright, so I see an exit to the right, but is that like a secret alcove over here? This must be something. Yeah, give me that secret treasure. Okay, I don't know what that is. I think I actually want that on B and this on Y. So the blue potion I'm thinking is like a mana potion? which I haven't gotten anything magic yet. I would think they would, like, color-code it, but maybe not. I don't know. Okay, we're in the lower forest. I don't know if I came over here initially. I think I just, like, went right over and rang the bell the last time. Oh, spiders. Okay, there's lots of spiders. Oh, it's an ice potion. Cool. Okay, so when I get a hit, it does stun them for a moment. Okay, I definitely did not come over here during my Steamcember playthrough. This is definitely different than what I did earlier. And I'm already getting lost. Yeah, this is Guardhouse 2, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Maybe I should have just explored that because I had killed those spiders, so they were gonna be, like, out of the way, but, I don't know. Okay, let's try and remember. Let's try and remember the lower forest. That wasn't very well played. I had a moment of hesitation because I was thinking if I want to save, but I don't think that actually serves any purpose if I'm at full health. Because I think things I've collected and, like, gates I've opened still save. Okay, and we got different colored enemies abouts as well. I want to know when I get a shield. Okay, so if I go quietly... Yeah, so there is kind of like an alert system. Enemies don't always know you're there right away, but there are things that can alert them. So there are advantages to stealth. Okay, and they hear each other. They hear each other getting attacked, or maybe they hear the cries, I don't know. Unfortunately, I fear that, those ice potions I throw are gonna just kind of be gone forever. Because I don't think treasure chests refill. Maybe that's what money is for. Maybe it's just to buy more consumable items. I don't know if there's any, like, if there's gonna be permanent upgrades you could buy. Like health upgrades. Back in Guardhouse 1. Cool, and that's gonna open up a faster way back. Okay, I think what that is like a piece of a potion, like, I think sort of like an Estus flask. So when I complete that, that's gonna be one, like, healing item I have. Until... Ow. Okay, so that was a fire potion. So one thing I really remember about my Steamcember episode is that it's possible to get through here without killing this guy, but I think I'm going to try and kill him this time. Okay, if I can just get a little more damage on him. Oh, we took each other out. Well, what's going to happen to all that money? Is it going to go to the ghost? Okay, so I don't even need to back away if I manage to hit them twice. If I hit them twice, that's going to stagger their attack, so I don't need to dodge. And I think that's the kind of thing that's going to separate good battling from great battling is knowing when you don't have to dodge. Is this a treasure chest tucked away here? Yes, it is. Okay, so here's the question. Do you stay... Cool. But I think I lost out on all the money it would have offered me. Yeah, I think when I played this during Steamcember, I opened this switch without killing the boss, and then died, and then came through and just ran past it. Kind of funny that guards can't just, like, leave rooms. Alright, and that is a potion. I think I get that once per, like, save. Like, once per rest. It's like an Estus flask in Dark Souls. My only regret is that I lost a lot of money, but I don't really know how much money is a lot of money, so maybe it wasn't a lot of money. But I believe there's a bell up here, which is the first bell, so I would like to finish off this first episode by ringing that. I also like the color scheme here. The green tunic, of course, because Link, but the scarf is pink, and that reminds me a lot of Link to the Past Link, who had some, like, pink in his color palette, funny enough. Ring, strike. There we go. Alright, so I think that's one bell rung. And we have this return piece here. So that's awesome. Yeah, and I think it's gonna stay like that, so... Yeah, I think that's good enough for one episode. Guys, I have no idea how long this game is, what I'm in for. I know there's secrets. I bet there's more secrets behind whatever is like a standard ending or something like that. We'll find out together. I'm the Comic Foil. I will see you guys next time.